they inducted Luke Bryan, Taylor Swift, Darius Rucker, Johnny Cash. Is anyone getting off at the stop?
Yes.
Stop 7, the Country Music Hall of Fame. Step here. All times. If your elbows in, we get really close to street signs, tree limbs, they hurt. That's the Hilton Hotel off to the left. A very historic man lived in the penthouse in that building for 10 years. Never guess who? Richard Wayne Penniman. Y'all know who that is?
No.
What do you do now? Yeah, Little Richard lived in the penthouse of the Hilton Hotel for 10 years. Tens of thousands of metal guitar picks. When the wind rips through it, it makes a whistling noise. The light the air. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Just keep your elbows in. I was talking about it. Alright, anyone getting up here? It's stop number 9. Stop number 8, I'm sorry. No? Alrighty?
Stop number 8.
Looks like it. It was built to be a bar co-owned by the George Dickel Whiskey Company. Had a bar on the first floor, a gambling parlor on the second. Third floor of the building had red lights. Not sure what happened up there, but something. If you look straight ahead, it looks like a twisted roller coaster ride. It's called art. Art. The Ghost Ballet pays tribute to the rail industry. The Infinite Railroad track. A lot of railroad here in Nashville. That's the Acme on the right, the old feed store. It looks the same from the old days. Get your frame, farm supplies. Still called the Acme with a restaurant, 3 floors of dining, rooftop terrace up top overlooking the river. Way off to the left is the Nissan Stadium, home to our Tennessee Titans. I'll say no more, but that's where they play. See all those cranes behind it? The new Tennessee State Bird, the crane. They're building a dome stadium right now. When that's finished, this gets torn down. It's like $1 billion dome stadium. Hoping to get the Super Bowl, year-round events. Put a bid up for the World Cup. Garth Brooks got rained out twice in 1 year. He demanded a new dome stadium. A little boy called it the Cucumber River the other day. Coming up here on the right is Fort Nashville. This is where the city of Nashville was discovered on Christmas morning, 1779. The old downtown Nashville, this old fort. Nashville was founded by 2 early frontiersmen, John Donaldson and James Robertson, founders of Nashville. That's them shaking hands on the right. John Donaldson's daughter, her name was Rachel, went on to marry Andrew Jackson, Rachel Jackson. Nashville's named after General Francis Nash, Revolutionary War general from North Carolina. That's where the Robertsons came from.
Boy, these streets are narrow, aren't they?
There are 12 Nashvilles in the U.S. There is a Nashville, Indiana. People are mistakenly booking their Airbnb rooms to Nashville, Indiana. They're coming here. Still here. The original burned down years ago. Franklin Roosevelt stayed there for 1 night. As he left, he said the coffee was good to the last straw. True story. You all heard of Pringer's Alley? It's Coming up on the right, at the crosswalk, look to the right. We got jazz and blues clubs, karaoke bars, and honky tonks. That looks like Bourbon Street, New Orleans, to the French Quarter. Right here to the right, open until 2 o'clock. Jimi Hendrix used to play at Printer's Alley when he lived in Nashville. A lot of country artists started their careers on the alley. That was the center of all entertainment in Nashville in the 30s, 40s, 50s. You didn't go to downtown, you went to Printer's Alley to hear live music. Dates back to the days of Prohibition. That's little Jenny out front, the little bronze statue, 4 feet, 10 feet high. We're going to make a right here on the far right corner is the Merchants Hotel. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, Willie Nelson lived in this hotel. Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline, and Chris Christopherson. Up there, trying out on Broadway, rehearsing. Now we got Roberts up here on the right, my favorite for live traditional country music, 7 nights a week. We got a 3-course meal going on right now. Fried bologna sandwich, a Pabst Blue Ribbon, and a food pie for $6. The recession special. They run that every day of the week. Best deal on Lower Broadway. They're passing by Tootsie's, where Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson hung out before they made it big. Tootsie was a real person. Tootsie Best, the mother of Broadway, the B's Best. Opened up the bar in 1960. And this is stop number 9, the Ryman Auditorium, coming up on the right. Assembly Hall Food Court on the left. We have a sales guy over here. I'll sell you tickets. National Museum of African American Music on the left. Not just country music here in Nashville. We got a big R&B soul history. Alrighty. A lot of greats have played at the Ryman over the years. Louis Armstrong performed there. Frank Sinatra, the Count Basie Band has performed at the Ryman. Off to the right, you'll see a mural of John Lewis and the Freedom Riders from the Civil Rights Movement titled Good Trouble. John Lewis went to Fisk University here in Nashville. We got the Snooki shop now. I don't know what she's doing here, but she's got her own store. The Snooki, New Jersey. Here on the left is Rise. Y'all in the chicken and biscuits. This is the spot. Best chicken and biscuits in Nashville. Only open for breakfast. Very affordable. On the right here is the Presbyterian Church. Andrew Jackson got a ceremonial sword on the front steps of his church. Former President James Polk was inaugurated right here. Built by architect William Strickland, who built Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Built in the ecclesiastical Egyptian revival style of architecture. It's all embellished in gold inside. Looks like an Egyptian temple. Little church, still open for service. On the far left is Puckett's. Great southern food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We got really good mac and cheese. They consider mac and cheese a vegetable here in Tennessee. They got food like that here on the left. It's led by Diane Nash and John Lewis in 1960. Helped end segregation in 64. Now a historic landmark in the theater. Read more about the Siddons on the left. Here on the right is the arcade, the crosswalk, considered to be one of the oldest malls in the South. They got a candy store still in business from 1920 in there. A shoe shine that had been there since 1960 on the 2nd floor. We'll walk through there and get over to Printer's Alley. And here's what the street looked like back in 1960 up in the monitors. Nashville Civics. That's why they named the street Fifth Avenue, John Lewis Way. Arts Center. We got the State Capitol on the left. War Memorial Plaza is under renovation here on the left. Putting in shops and restaurants. It's been there since the 20s. Right on a bronze plaque. The rock group Led Zeppelin performed behind the pillars at the War Memorial Auditorium in 1970. Led Zeppelin. We have the state capitol up on the left, built mostly entirely of limestone and is virtually fireproof. Built by architect William Strickland. I'd like to see the completion of the Capitol. His dying wishes were to be entombed into the walls. Wishes were granted. It also serves as a mausoleum. One of the oldest working capitals in the U.S. Former President James Polk and Sarah Polk are buried right beyond that magnolia tree. On the left, you'll see a bronze statue of Alvin C. York, Sergeant York from Walmall, Tennessee, the most decorated soldier in World War I. On the far right corner is the oldest standing church in Nashville, St. Mary's and the Seven Stars Catholic Church. It's got beautifully painted cathedral ceilings inside, also served as a Civil War hospital. Built in 1846, the oldest standing church in the city, still open for service and daily confession. Daily. Trying to get God to the church.
I'm sure I do.
Here on the right is the Municipal Auditorium. This was the first first air-conditioned auditorium in the South, built in 1961. We had the 1972 World Tour of the Rolling Stones performed here. James Brown, the Jackson 5, Elvis played here twice. Played at the Ryman only once. Still got shows going on. Our next stop will be the Musicians Hall of Fame, stop 11. Not just country music here, we got it all. Rock and roll, R&B, soul, and early pop music history. All on display throughout the museum. Walking here, you'll see Jimi Hendrix's stage costumes, his flying V guitar, vintage recording equipment, pop music relics, and all the donated by many of the artists you see on the right wall. This is stop 11.
Here.
Then we get off here. You can see from here down below by the emblem is a bronze statue of Chet Atkins playing the guitar. Chet Chester Atkins. They got his guitar collection in there. He's considered the innovator of the Nashville sound. Chet Atkins. Anyone know who's singing that song? That's Emmylou Harris. Remember the show Hee Haw?
Yeah.
Hee Haw was filmed, recorded, and televised coming up here on the right in the basement of Channel 5. This is where they filmed Hee Haw up here on the right from 1969 to 89. The home of Hee Haw, Channel 5 for many years in the basement. It's the same building where Oprah Winfrey got her start also here at Channel 5. Oprah started a career as a weather lady newscaster at Channel 5. 5 seconds. You can access this part from our next stop, the Farmers Market. Farmers Market's got a great food court, great place for lunch. It'll be open at 10:45. Really good African American art collection in there. Tennessee furniture, music history of Tennessee, great museum. And the steps on the left, often used as a workout circuit. You can run up and down the stairs all day long. It's easier to drive around front. Anyone guess how many steps halfway up the state capitol? All of them. 142. Remember that number. I win a prize on your next door. This church coming up on the right is the First Baptist Church of Capitol Hill. It was built by Reverend Nelson Mary, the first African-American ordained minister in Nashville, built this church. He was granted his freedom from slavery before the Civil War. It's since modernized. This is where they organized the Nashville sit-ins at Woolworths in the 1960s when John Lewis, during the Civil Rights Week, organized out of that church. That's the new Amazon corporate offices off to the left, a big square modern building. Just finished it. 3,800 high-paying jobs here in Nashville at the new Amazon corporate offices. You get a high-paying job there, you can move next door to this building. 1904 to 1916. Named the marathon car after the 1904 long-distance runners in Olympics. The first attempt at the horseless carriage was a massive failure. The local newspaper read. And this is it, Marathon Motorworks, Marathon Village. You can buy discount tickets for many of the attractions here in town with our sales team that'll greet you and pull up.
Yeah, because the mesquite and everything will be all in this area, so we would have to definitely walk and Uber.
This was built 1886. I think that's the year. If you're carrying the guns, there's a gun and ammo shop in there, Nashville Tactical and Tattoo Parlor. Guns and whiskey don't mix, but they sell it here. We got public restrooms right up here, all throughout the hallways. Take a right up to the Third Coast. Round badge. Let's see. American Pickers. Are they open? Oh, they're closed. Stop number 1.
What stop is this? Okay. After you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. Oh.
Phải tới.
How was it, okay?
Good, thank you.
Remain seated until I come to a complete stop using your handrails and watching your step. Stop number 2, Centennial Park and the parking lot. Alright friends, watch your step, take your time, use your handrails. We come around every 20 to 30 minutes, okay? Have a great day. Watch your step, take your time, use your handrails. Have fun. You're welcome. Have a great day. You're welcome. Watch your step. You're welcome. Have a good one. You're welcome. Have a great day. How you doing? Hey, that's what's up. Watching the brother. How you doing? I'm always tired. I got kids. There, alright, new friends, welcome. My name is Amber. I'm here in our right hand 6'4" Nike. We got us some shoes, right? Yeah. Go around. Take a look at my screen. Here's Athena. Now in 2002, Athena was gilded out of 18-karat gold. So if you were to take a right here on Weston Avenue and head down towards White Ridge Road, there is a curve down there called the Dutchman's Curve. And that's where this train wreck took place. Alright, we are now going to make our way to the Vanderbilt University area. But before we get there, I do have a couple of cool things to point out along the way. So below the Holiday Inn there to my right is the Commodore Grill. Now before its sports bar days, it was known as Ivory's Church. This is where Sarah Cannon, who is Sarah Cannon? That's right, married her husband Henry Cannon in this church in 1947. Now if you take a look to the right here, this is the statue of Cornelius Vanderbilt. Now Vanderbilt was a big railroad and shipping tycoon, and when he passed away in 1877, he was worth more than $100 million. That's billionaire status back then, right? Now that's also $1 million less than what he would have had he not been convinced by Bishop Holly McTerry to donate a few million to establish a University of Medicine right here in Nashville. That's how Vanderbilt got its name and its funding.
God bless America.